Welcome everyone to Fantasy HQ. This is Red, this is Mitch, I am Alex, and we are the NRL Fantasy Gurus.
Nice.
Welcome back. This week we are talking about front rows and second rows. What are the best options? Guns, mid-tiers, lows. A few days ago we released one for halves and hookers, so now we're going to run through front rows and second rows. I won't skip you this time, Red. I'll even let you start, because I know I blocked you the other day.
Yeah, you cock blocked me.
Firstly, there are rules, obviously. We have guns, a certain price range. We're going to go $650 to $1 million. I wonder why we have that $1 million marker. Mid-tier, $401 to $649, and your cows, $228 to $400. And of course, we'll throw in some wild cards. Still just me.
Is that still?
Okay.
It's I didn't realise that.
We were hoping that
I'll
was
nudge you when
yeah.
we're doing it, alright?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you. That's what we need.
Thanks.
So, your front row forward. We'll start with front row forward. Everyone have it?
Yeah.
Guns.
Okay, guns. We go with a man. He's a wrecking ball, just like most of the gun forwards. But anywho, I'm going to go with Marty Tapau.
Yo, Cowpow.
I like him. Like a pow. Good thing about Marty Tapau, 788, not quite the Haas level, not quite the same average, averaging 53, pretty good. 6.7 people have already got him. He has a break even of 54. Now, good thing about him, Adam Fanua-Blake, perpetually injured and or suspended. Currently due back for week 2, could be pushed back, could be early, we don't know. But very high potential for Marty Tapau to get more game time when Adam Fanua-Blake is either injured or hurt. Last year had 74 tackle busts and averaged 148 metres a game. That's one hell of a man.
My problem with Tapau has always been his minutes. I don't think he ever plays enough minutes for front row forward. I like the fact that if Fanua-Blake is out, he could be a great bringer for the start. But yeah, just minutes wise, I think well, not many props play big minutes, but I just think he could do more.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I had to PL last year, start of the year, and I got rid of him pretty quick because his minutes was getting like 45 minutes a game. So you know, if you can't get those base stats, the break tackles and the offloads, which he's known for, he's not in for a good day, not in for a good score. So
I personally would love him. That's just me. I think there's better gun options out there.
I'm just saying.
Speaking of, and I'm just pretty much cheating here because he's 999,000, but I'm going to pay Haas. Once a cash cow last year, now the most expensive man in NRL fantasy, 4th most taken with 30% of teams. Okay, so he was 4.8 points better than Cook McInnes Smith, the second most. He averaged 64 minutes a game, which I'm sure is the most in the NRL for props. He averaged 189 metres a game, 34 tackles and 5 tackle busts. Again, they're big numbers. There's a very good reason why he's the most expensive. I ran a poll last week on is he worth that price? It was a bit split. It favoured no. I said yes. I think yes, he is worth that money. I think you put him as captain and you leave it for the rest of the year.
don't get me wrong, I love paying Haas, and I think he's going to be putting up similar numbers this year. It's just what you have to sacrifice in the rest of your team to get him. I don't think at this stage it's worth it. So what I'm hoping for is he gets hurt in round 1 and at the first minute, not a serious injury, gets like -2, misses a tackle, just a burner, but they sit him for the game.
Wow.
Wait a couple of weeks, let that price come down, then jump on him. That's my plan.
This went real dark.
Like, I want to say it, I said it too many times last video, but I'm doing it again. Wow.
So Mitch is evil. Wow.
What, you don't want his bucks? What's
your
his break even?
I love him, as you know.
Do you want him to get injured?
Was a big fan. I do not want him to get injured.
I said a burner, he's only going to miss like the game.
Just saying.
Wow.
I'm
not wishing death on the bloke. Yeah.
And the reason why I think Marty Tapau offered more things and more benefits, Haas is 100% going to Origin. So if you're doing it like we do, where we do overall points, you kind of sacrifice a little bit to have Haas at that price. How much are you sacrificing, not just to begin with, but later on? And it's one of those things you've got to calculate it. I love the guy, will play Origin, and that's what makes me say no at that price. He didn't play Origin at that price. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you will come to regret this, fellas. Anyway, Mitch, your gun for front row
This guy was probably the best front rower next to Payne Haas last season, Josh Papali. 742,000. It's going to have a round one break even of 51. His average last year was 51. He's in 8.6% of teams at the moment. And I think when Canberra really got on a roll last year, it was on the back of Papali, and he was just barnstorming, running over people. If you just go from the last 8 games he played last year, his average was 61 points. So if you got a guy at that price putting up those points every week, you're going to be happy.
And he's even going to make you money.
Yeah. So I think he's a great option. Like, we're talking, Payne Haas is an absolute great option if you have the money. But, you know, Tapau, Papali, people like Clemmer, they're great alternatives to someone, you know, $150,000, $200,000 cheaper. You shouldn't lose too much in the way of points. Maybe 5, 10. It is a big amount, but then you can put that 200,000 the rest of your team to make up those points you've lost.
Yeah, well, just like halves, you know, there's an abundance of front row forward guns. What there isn't, though, is an abundance of front row forward mid-tier guys. And lows, to be honest. So we'll start with mid-tiers. Here's a few standouts for us. I think when we were looking through this, I was surprised by how few great front row forwards there are.
I think
under 650,000.
I think there's 2 obvious ones which we're about to talk about.
Yeah. Well, how about you start with this, Mitch? Who you liking?
Okay. Mine's an interesting one, and mine's a Teamless Tuesday one. I got Matt Eisenhuth. He's coming at 621,000. His average last year was 42, break even of 43. He's not even in 1% of teams. Look, 8 of his games last year he came off the bench and he still averaged 42. I had him the year before and he was pretty much safe as houses for me. The talk is at the moment he's starting at lock. So I think at that price, if he does end up starting there, he could be a great mid-tier to make your kind of money option. But as we say, you got to wait for TLT. So
I think he's a great player. Definitely at lock, I like him. I don't like him anywhere else. You know, to be honest, that is the position he would need to play for me to bring him in, and he'd need to be playing over 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's just what's your thoughts on it?
Literally couldn't agree more. Like, he's just that perfect guy for that position, and because it's base stats. Like, he's not exciting.
No.
He's not going to score a bunch of tries, but he's that safe as houses guy. If he can hold that lock position, he's fantastic bringing in his price.
A bit like a Sean Fenson.
Yeah.
He was a must-have.
Tackle machine.
Yeah, a few years ago. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100% agree with that.
Interesting choice there. Under 1% of teams could be an absolute steal and point of difference. If they came up.
Yeah, definitely one to look out for.
Red, who you liking?
Well, I also have I have an obvious one, so I'll throw him out there. And I can't believe how many people have him. There should be way more. Fodawaker from the Titans. This man is only in 7% of teams. He was stealing minutes from their forwards last year. Wallace was hitting the bench. He was playing something like 60 to 65 minutes. Huge minutes for a front row forward. The only issue is that team can trail a little bit, so you can sort of lose a bit of points in that respect. But if they can keep it very close with the teams that they're versing, he's in 7% of teams. He averaged 40 points, and that was when he had like a rubbish start of the season. He was getting minimal minutes. He started to ramp those up right at the end of the season, and he averages 133 meters a game still.
It's good.
So that's really good. A guy who's, again, a base stats kind of guy. He literally averaged in the last, I think, 7 games, 60 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, that's a lot.
As well as that, I like to take forwards from teams that carry a dummy half on the bench. They should be taking Rain and Pete's in, which means that's one less forward to have in your rotation. So
also Ryan James going out for the season limits their forward depth. I would have liked to have seen Jai Arrow go to South to also help out for the wake up, but I think he's great at that price, like an absolute under 600,000 for that. He is an absolute steal.
578.
definitely.
Super cheap.
Another one around the same price, 570. I've gone with Liam Knight.
Love.
We loved him because of his grubbiness last year. He's an absolute Mick Ennis. He was a mainstay for Rabbits. Gorgeous George leaving, going back to the UK. So he played mostly off the bench last year, still averaged 35 points off the bench. Now, 45 average when he was a starter. In the 3 games he played over 50 minutes, he got 57, 51 and 50 points. So when he's starting and he's playing good minutes, he's getting over 50 points consistently. Now for that price, you can't go past him. A lot of people like him, 11% of teams, and
Should be more.
like the guys we just listed, if you try and look for similar guys around that similar price, you won't find them. I'm telling you right now, it's very slim pickings. But
I love that pick personally. Like I've got these two guys in my team now. As well as that, the South's just upgraded Liam Knight's contract. You don't do that to a player you don't want to give minutes to, you don't want to play. So for me, it's a no-brainer.
If he look, that's what PPM type stuff. 1 point a minute. Like if he's getting anywhere plus 60, he's the man.
Yeah, 100%.
At that price, he could be one of the best buys of the year.
yeah, he's a PPM.
Every team I've done, I've had those two guys in it so
Every
far.
team.
So yeah, definitely look to get them in your team if you can. They're great options.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to cash cows for front row forward position. We have none. We have a look. It is so slim pickings out there for cash cows. We're not even going to throw names at you that, you know, of guys that aren't even going to play, because honestly, this is a wait and see for Teamless Tuesday and to see who's on the bench, see who's starting.
Well, there's a fair point to that. Realistically, if you're going to put cheap front row forwards in your team, it may not be the best idea. A lot of the successful teams and a lot of the people who have played fantasy before traditionally chuck a lot of money in that position. Hookers and forwards and second rowers, which we'll get into a little bit later, but that's where a lot of your money needs to go, because those are your base stat champions. Those are the guys you need to have. So we gave you good guns, good mids. If you really want to work within that price demographic, work on it, but lows, they should be on the bench, and they're just guys that you get on Teamless Tuesday.
But look, potentially come Teamless Tuesday, there will be 1 or 2 shocks. There always is.
Of course.
Then jump on them then. But at this stage, without having all the information, there's not much out there.
That's right. Usually, also DPPs are great to have in front row forward positions, but it's very slim again this year too.
Yeah.
You got people like James Harris, great option there for the front row, second row, but other than that, there's not many great options. So we'll move on to second row forwards. I'm going to start this one because it's the most controversial pick, I believe, for a gun.
I just remember who you're talking about.
Yeah, me too.
I'm taking Garner from the Tigers.
You know how you watch like the Instagram videos of me laughing? That's because he says shit like this.
Look, I went with the risky one with George Williams the halves. I like to push envelopes. I like to throw stuff out there that people may not be getting.
No one receives envelopes anymore. Don't even bother.
Hey, he goes with Eisenhuth. No one says a thing. I say Garner.
Mate, you say you take risk, you took Payne Haas.
Okay, this is just bad.
What a risk!
Let me get into
What a
it.
risk!
Let me get into this.
Alright.
685k, which makes him over the gun in the threshold. 1% of teams, like Eisenhuth. Now, running off Brooks, he is an impact player. He reminds me of Crichton back when he was with South. He's just a great runner. He runs the line so well, runs off his half amazingly. He scores tries. And now, concussions forced him out at the start of last year when he was getting some momentum. He was a cash cow at the start of the year. He was making so much money for us. Had a concussion, got forced out of the team. They brought in McQueen. It was a real stunt on his year, but they brought him back at the end of the year. Now, when he played over 70 minutes, which he will this year, he averaged 64 points a game.
Is that another guarantee?
It's a guarantee.
Oh,
No, it's not even a guarantee. It's history, right? It's already happened. He's done that. He's proven that.
There's
saying
some
that he's
guru
going to
insight
again.
for you.
Now, he's got a break even 47 week 1. He will make you money. Even at that price, he will make you money. That's terrible. But yes, Luke Garner, I think he's a great player, and I think you need him in your team.
I will say this: he was great at the start of last year, and we all made money with him. My only issue was he had like 3 or 4 concussions and injuries last year. And for that price, if he was, sitting in that kind of 500,000 mark, I'd probably say yeah. But I can't remember some of the prices, but I think you can get David Fafita for that. Come on.
Well, you can.
I'll let you know.
He's actually cheaper. But
I'll let you know.
Someone already took him, so I needed somebody else. I like Garner. I think he'll get an absolute steal. Red thoughts, even though you love.
I don't hate him. If the pricing was different and we're talking about a mid guy, he just needs to be less. I think 600 is that. But that doesn't sound like much, but 80 grand is the difference between. It's huge.
Well, Red, who do you like? Gun for second row forward.
Well, so I got to do first on this one because I really wanted this one.
Yeah, we've all got it.
And if you don't have him, you're the same as like Luai. You're absolutely bananas.
Wow.
So bad. David Fafita, the good one. 680,000. Cheaper than your mate. Hence why I giggled at you. 36% of teams already have him. Why is it not 100? Why? This guy averaged 47. Sorry, 46, break even at 47. In his last 8 games, he was averaging 80 minutes. And he scored 4 tries. He had 6 line breaks, 15 tackle busts in 1 game.
A lot of circles going on.
Are you kidding me? A forward who had 15 tackle busts in a game when Payne Haas was doing what he was doing,
It's more than
he
Seska.
still stood alone in a game. This is the man. If this is the second row of the year in fantasy, 100%.
I think it looks like you're playing a game of noughts and crosses down there.
Well, I think I won actually. So, hey.
Well, I don't think there's any point in me bringing up anymore. You have to have him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he must have.
Must be in your team.
He's got the guru stamp of approval. It's no
Can we
doubt.
get
God, more editing?
Yeah.
wow?
That's a you problem. I don't think we have to spend all day talking about him. It's a no-brainer. Bring him in. Bring this later.
Yeah.
And we all said that about Jack Burton. He got hurt. So
And Braden Bird.
Fish wash. Fish wash.
It's fishing.
new year, new gurus.
Mitch, you're gone.
Well, like you took Payne Haas. You took the best of the best. I've done the same with the second rows. Jason Tamalolo. His average last year was 61 points. He's in 24.6% of teams. Has a round 1 break even of 60. And let's be honest, he's just an absolute monster. He's a wrecking ball. He bends the line every time he runs at it. He's going to get offloads. He's going to get break tackles. Realistically, he should be playing. If you're the Cowboys, you want him on the field minimum 65 minutes. They don't seem to do that, but he still puts up 60 points.
He's
So-
shown that he can have that engine though. He has played
Yeah,
80-minute games. He's played 90-minute games
He's
last
got
year.
it.
Yeah.
He has played big minutes before.
So I think he is a great option. If you have the money to spare in that position, you're not going to be sad bringing Tamalolo in.
Love it. Can't say anything bad about the most expensive of the position because they're proven.
So
They're proven guns.
you had 2 dead set certainties, and then you've got this guy. So do what you will with that.
Well, we'll move to mid-ranges, and we'll start with you, Red. Who are you liking for a mid-range?
Mid-range. Now this is where I could get a bit of the old giggles.
Actually,
Yeah,
Fine.
Alex is excited. So, bear with me here. I've gone Victor Radley. Giggle, go on, do it, do what you need to do. Let's get out of the
I
system.
can't giggle. I've got vomit in my mouth.
I was waiting for someone to say, wow.
No, it's not even a wow. There's not even a wow here.
Anywho,
Terrible pick.
Wait for it. Wait for it. His problem last year. Jake Friend got injured a couple of times. Victor Radley had to step in. Not the best situation for a guy who is a premium lock. He is now going to be at lock no matter what. If Friendy gets injured again, and we did put up, it could be a caution. Maybe you want him, maybe you don't. They got Virals there now. He's at the 9s, making sure that he can play hooker properly. They've got a team over in England ready for the challenge. Victor Radley's going to be at lock. There's no doubt about it. That's what he's doing. He averaged 39, even though he had to play at hooker sometimes and got pulled and didn't know what was going on. His projected score is 44, according to the NRL.
I never trust those projected skills.
But-
They're garbage.
Doesn't matter. The guy's at lock. When he was at lock, he was absolutely successful. He was averaging 40 to 50 points a game. At lock. The issue is when he gets put in a hooker. That's been eliminated by Virals. This year, he should go straight up. At 546,000, he's going to be a gun next year.
Look,
And that's Red's guarantee.
he shows flashes of Cameron Murray-like abilities. Like, he is a good player. He's a solid player.
Yeah.
But he's not proven in fantasy for
I mean,
which is a whole different animal.
he's showing glimpses. He's got an offload in him. He doesn't mind taking the line on. Got a bit of footwork. Can ball play. Yeah, his big downside is potentially going in the hooker, and maybe they won't carry Virals, and some games he will go there to give Jake Friend a bit of a spell.
No.
But yeah, I think he's not a bad option in that mid-tier realm. I think he will make you some money. How much money though? I don't know. That's to be proven during the season.
Well, I reckon he's going to by the end of the year 650,000. That's the call. That's my guarantee. 'Cause that's gun level. He's going to be a gun. All he has to do is get 100,000.
Gun.
Oh god.
Alright, moving on to me. I'm going to go bias. Jack Williams from the Sharks. Paul Gallen's successor. 12% of teams. 472,000. Beautiful mid-range option. 14 games last year, he got more than 40 minutes of football, so he's already been blooded. That's a very descriptive word.
Was it blood in the water?
Blooded.
Tested.
His average points was 37. He only got 2 games over 50 minutes last year. I expect him to get more. In those games, he only got 44 and 42 points, but that pretty much makes him a PPM player. Now, if he's starting lock, he's a must. Now, we got a lot of depth in the forwards at Sharks, so, you know, we could see someone like Goulias there. We could see, you know, a host of options, but if he is starting, I think he's a must, and I just think he's a great player. He's been touted as Paul Young's successor for 2 years now. Give him his shot.
Yeah, I think, and to be honest, we're going to talk about his biggest competitor there is in the cash cows. But yeah, I think
Spoilers.
Spoiling myself. I think he's a good option, to be honest. I think he should probably start at lock. I don't know if he'll stay there all year. I think Magoulias is banging on the door and he's banging quite loudly. And but yeah, I think at the start of the year, he's a good option. He'll make some money. How much money? Who knows? It's the Sharks. They're a basket case. No, it's not bad.
Red thoughts?
Love him. Been in every team that I've done. It will be a TLT type thing. Team is Tuesday. If he's not at lock, he will be straight out of there. And old mate Magoulias will be in there.
472. It's a great price.
That's a pretty good price.
We'll move on
It's a really
to
good price.
who is mid-range.
He's just going to move on with it.
Is it important?
No.
Cool.
Rich, mid-range.
Also a Shark, Wade Graham.
Oh.
Average last year 42.9, break even of 40. He's in 6.7% of teams. And when he came back from injury last year, they did ease him back in. He had a couple games where he only got 40, 45 minutes. The games where he played extended periods, he actually put up pretty decent scores. Yeah. And he's also, now Gallen's gone, he's got to step up and fill the void of halfback for the Sharks. So he's, let's be honest, Sean Johnson, not, you know, great. Chad Townsend, don't start me. And so
This is just all bias, by the way.
No, like, okay, in all seriousness, he does kick a fair bit for the Sharks, so you get those base stats. He's now the captain for the Sharks, so he should be on the field all the time. And the combination of him and Jerry actually looks amazing down that left edge.
Fantastic.
So now they've had a full pre-season together, I think there'll be, you know, a real... Because he used to be halfback, he can ball play, so I think he'll get quite a few try assists to Jerry, and I don't know who the wing is going to be out there, but
Doesn't matter.
Honestly, I looked at his stats, I looked at his points near the end of the season where he was getting more game time. Incredible.
Yeah.
And if he plays 80, he's a must at that price. Honestly, he's that good.
Yeah.
So I have nothing but great things to say. Bias.
shock.
Yeah.
And look, if one of the halves goes down, Sean Johnson's been known to be slightly injury prone. Guess who goes in the halves and plays 80 minutes anyway?
Magoulias.
Now, second row forwards, we do have some cash cow second row
Oh,
forwards.
there's some cash.
Oh yeah.
So, unlike front row forwards, you can go a bit cheaper here if you want to make some money.
For your benchies too.
Now,
this is for your interchanges and stuff like that.
I'll start, but I'm only starting because I'm cheating. So yes, going with a cheating price. I know I'm going 12k over budget, but he's in 14% of teams. I have to mention Sewer. Look, I looked at his stats for last year. Rocks or diamonds. He wasn't at South all the year, so he came from the Broncos.
Correct.
And there was a lot of depth there, so he was never going to get much of a go there. But this year, South, he's had a full pre-season. He looks like he's nailed down one of the second row spots. You got Burgess gone, you got Lowe getting injured in the nines.
That's right. Yeah. Sutton's retired too.
Sutton's retired. Looks like he's going to be a starting second row forward. If you play 60 minutes at that price, you have to have him in your team. Yeah. He's going to make you money. When he was a starter for the Bunnies, mixed scores 46, 13, 23, 55. 4 games.
Was that minutes based?
There wasn't an 80-minute game, I believe. I don't have to double check that. But yes, that's when he was actually starting to play. Okay. Didn't come off the bench. So yeah, rocks or diamonds. What do you think? Is he in your teams?
Yeah.
Easy one.
So 14% of people agree. Should be in your team. Another one for Teams Tuesday.
You cheated, we agreed. Let's move on.
So we don't need to beat a dead horse here.
Mitch, who do you like? Well, you've already mentioned him, but...
Look, I like Billy Magoulias. He's got a break even of 17. Average is 24.5. He's in 27.5% of teams. Look, he played 2 games last year and very, very limited game time, and he pretty much went a point per minute. If I don't know if all you guys watched any of the New South Wales Cup last year, but that chip to beat Wentworthville. Amazing. That boy's got skills. He was ball playing, he was kicking.
He's fantastic.
And you know what? He is. Even if he does come off the bench, he's still going to be a genuine cash cow.
Now, Red, finish us off. Last cash cow, second row forwards.
Yeah, look, I've done a few previous Melbourne players, and I'm doing another.
Ooh.
I'm doing another. Joe Stinson for the Bulldogs. The man's at 390,000. 7% of teams already. Not bad. I think once Teamless Tuesday hits, even if he probably won't start to begin the season, but I reckon come towards the end of the season with his scoring ability, we could end up with different people at lock. Josh Jackson, for example, when he could just slide right on in there. He's got a break in at 27. I think he's a guy to just watch Teamless Tuesday. If he's starting, bring him in.
I just think there's too much depth in those sort of second row positions at Bulldogs. I don't personally have him in my team.
He's not someone I'm looking at, but potentially it's a T or T, you know. I don't think he will start, but you know, he could. And if he does start, he is someone definitely to look at.
Great price.
Yeah, great price.
And a word of caution on anybody who leaves Melbourne, traditionally don't do that well. But if he starts, bring him in.
Except for Brody Croft, right?
Well, of course.
Didn't look too bad in the Nines.
He was good. He was good.
And I saw him in the huddle. He was taking control of the
mate.
huddle.
Mate.
Very surprising.
Get out of the way, Cameron.
I do have some wild cards.
You didn't nudge me.
Now, I do have some for the front row forwards, even though I was
Hey.
very slim. I got Clemmer. What do you think, Clemmer?
Oh,
Love him.
there is still great options there. Clemmer. No, like Fanua Blake if he's back healthy.
SAS.
Who we haven't spoken about, Andrew Feeder.
Fafita, he was Rocks of Diamonds, usually so safe. He was Rocks of Diamonds last year. So
was rough.
there is still some other great options to consider.
But I know you had Clemmer in your team last
He
year.
killed it for you last year. He was one of
That's
the
great.
big PODs that you had last year.
And he was
And he's a
solid.
PPM player. And he plays over 60 minutes for a prop. You can't go wrong with him. Trent Merrin.
Tough.
I think he's a bit of a wait and see. I think he might start at lock, but we don't know with Isaac, Luke there, McInnes moving here, there, or anywhere. We don't know how exactly the Dragons are going to go.
I don't know with D-Bets.
His case will,
Yeah.
his case ended up getting, because one of the witnesses felt ill, so it was supposed to be before the season. Now it's pushed to like midway through the season, so he could miss his second year.
Not even listed in NRL Fantasy yet either. So, I worry about Merrin's fitness levels. He was a basket case when he was in the NRL. He went over to a holiday in the Super League, so I can't imagine it's any better now. So
Well, you know what? Losing Sally, I wouldn't be alive. So he's done a much better job than I would have. So good for him.
Good on you, Trent Merrin.
I would have called it quits after that because
Sally Red Single.
Alright, second row forward. Wild cards!
I was doing your gym selfie.
Wild cards!
Nice little jig going on here.
Now, we haven't watched the second day of Nines yet, but first night, who was better in the Nines than Kickow?
Yeah, he was strong.
Unbelievable.
Should have had him any time. Melty.
Anyway, Kickow, unbelievable. Now, another Rocks and Diamonds player last year, can really slum it, but man, if he puts it on, he can put it on. Was a Guru Player of the Year at one point last year too.
Yep.
So, definitely has that. Can definitely get 90, 100 points a game if he
Easy.
wants to.
You can also get 12, so...
It depends on what the Panthers want to do too. You know, how
Do
they
you like
play
him? Will you bring him in? Will he be there start of the year?
Not start of the year.
He's, I don't know. It's a wait and see once everything comes out. See what you can afford, see what you can move around.
I think second row is too rich with guaranteed points from base stats to go in. He's that score a try, score a million. Whereas there's the base stat guys who you just rely on for the start of the year to sort of figure out where you're going.
He doesn't mind having a quiet game or a missed tackle.
Mm.
And that does it. That does it for
That does it.
wild cards. That does it for this episode of Front Row Forwards, Second Row Forwards. We have some guns, mid-tier, some second row forward cash cows. And we'll see you for another episode when we do wings, fullbacks, centers.
Can't wait to be
But
back.
until then, we are the NRL Fantasy Gurus, Red, Mitch, Alex. See you next time.
But
Cheers.
wait, Mitch, what can they do?
Like, subscribe, comment.
Got it!
Sorry, guys.
Subscribe.